Not ready over here though. Hello, hello, good evening. It is Nemi Backstone here with another crafty night. It is, welcome to my crafty cafe. It is December and wow, does time fly by. I was sort of kind of ready, but we had a late dinner and so I didn't set up properly. So I'm just gonna set up now while we wait till everyone comes on. Oh, and there it is, perfect, excellent. So let me make sure I can see comments. Awesome. And did I mention that we also got new internet? So I'm not very tech savvy. So why don't we just call it new Wi-Fi? So hopefully it's faster, works much better. I do notice that I am, my delay is less. So that is a huge bonus. And my battery's gonna die. Okay, there you go. It said battery's almost dead. So hello, Kathy. Thank you for joining me tonight. How you doing? We are in Winnipeg. We do have snow, but we haven't had as much snow as everybody else. And apparently it's supposed to be in the plus digits this week, which is really weird for us. So who knows? Only in Winnipeg can you get 4 seasons in 1 week. Okay, so it is the first weekend, so today I thought I would focus on inks, papers, and scissors. You'll also notice I've started decorating, so my beautiful gnome made by Ashley is out and about, so I always love to have them around. And folding laundry, oh, I've got lots of that to do too. So I hope you have been decorating your craft space for the holidays and also the rest of your home. It is a new month, which means new projects. I just finished my Christmas series, so I'm not going to focus on Christmas unless somebody says they want something special or something that they haven't seen. But from now on, moving forward, I'm just going to be focusing on new stuff and winter stuff and leading us up to the new year. Because as you know, it's right now, it's last chance products. And then moving forward, we've already have our pre-order goes live this Tuesday, December 5th, which means we get to start ordering the new items in the new catalog, which is super exciting. I did already get some of it already, but looking forward to playing with some more and getting my schedule up to date. I have been working on that as well. Hello, Melissa. Thanks for joining me. Glad to see you have tonight off. But, oh, I should also share a little sidebar. This is another decoration. So every year at Christmas time, we have our annual Christmas party with my team and community of crafters. And we just have a fun night of hanging out or whatever. We do Secret Santa. So I don't remember when, maybe it was last year or the year before. I think it was the year before. I got these beautiful coasters that are handmade by Ashley. Ashley is also a demonstrator and part of my team, but she also does pottery. So I was lucky to get that for Secret Santa. So, and for Secret Santa, oh, I just got my desk all wet. We just do the whole gift exchange thing where you pick numbers. So it's not like we picked names and, you know, and we steal presents, that kind of thing. It's all fun and games, etc. Okay, so I am going to flip you and I'm going to share with you something funny because the new year is coming up and I get a lot of comments or posts or text messages of, oh my God, how do you do it all? And you know what? I really don't. If it wasn't for my family, like if my husband and everybody else didn't understand how important it was for me to craft, I probably wouldn't be here. But I just have to show you because everybody always gets a kick out of it. Anyway, I'm working on January. January we will have some product classes. We're gonna have, which is my stamp club, like my monthly card club. And I'm also looking at starting up scrapbooking again and doing a scrapbook club. So if that interests you, please give me a thumbs up or comment below if you would like a scrap. Let's just say scrapbook, or if there's something specific you're looking for. I'm already working out our schedule for the new year with partnering up with Rachel Kuhn. She is in California, so we like to do stuff together, record her. Bingo is coming in January as well to kick off the new catalog. Retreats are coming up. So yeah, so that's all getting penciled in and solidified. So super excited about that. Okay, so today I wanted to do some quick ink, paper, and stamp stuff. More for, you know, the quick and easy and beginner, and to just transition out of the old and into the new catalog. But so it is currently in the annual catalog stamp set, and I have 2 more parties, house parties, to do this month. I am booking house parties for January on Fridays, so if you or anyone you know is interested, then please let me know and I can pencil you in. So I'm getting a lot of new beginners or beginner stampers, so that's really nice. So I always want to make sure moving forward that I kick off the month with something simple with ink, papers, and scissors. So, because not a lot of beginners will have the big boss, right, or dies or anything, but I like to stick with punches, so we'll share some of that. Although I did cheat and I did have to use 2 dies as much as I wanted to, there just wasn't a punch that I felt could work with the sentiments the way I wanted it, so I did cave in. But it doesn't matter, because if you place an order this week, these kits will come with all the die cuts and punched circles and shapes anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to unplug for a second and I'll flip you. Okay, here we go. So to begin, here is my calendar. So the funny thing is, this is just the high level of where I am at. But then all my marketing, all my details, all my stuff like that, like important dates too, like the Christmas party and the craft sale, that's all highlighted already. But other things are not. You don't see all my to-do lists, which is on the other pages and are crazy. And then I use post-it notes galore, because that's how I keep track of who signed up for what. So post-it notes are going into, I've already replenished. I got my stacks of post-it notes ready to go for my new catalog, or my new planner. And then I always get a kick out of, you know, my kids' schedule, because when I put the little soccer balls in, that's when I know I have soccer, and I got to work around those dates. So you can see house parties are available on Fridays. Those are the most nights. And we always have team meeting that night. Big retreat this weekend, so I'm definitely not available. What else? Usually I'm good for Saturday evenings, but not too sure at this point. But Sunday evenings I am available. So it's not as bad as it looks, but filling it in with all the classes and events, that's what's key, and making sure I don't overload myself. So just wondering if anybody else does anything like that, but feel free to laugh at me. So everyone gets a kick. Anyway, I carry those around for like 2 months, just trying to figure out what my year is going to look like. So, okay, so November. Oh, I forgot to put December on there. What was I thinking? Oh my, I forgot to change it. You know, I think every month I do this. At the beginning of every month, I forget to change this to December, or to the next month. I can't even spell it. Look. Okay, let's just cross that off, and this should say December. Good print job, Nam. Okay, so new month means new host code. So we also have a Wicked special coming up for Celebration. So if you're looking to join, you can wait for January and get the freebies, or you can sign up now and start getting all the stuff from the new catalog. I mean, I got my catalogs, but honestly, I haven't even had a chance to go through them. If you notice, I also shared my box, and I haven't even had a chance to unpack. Like, that's how crazy it's been. And then I can't find my December daily, and I was ready to print photos, and I couldn't find that either. So, oh, the joy. Anyway, It's been crazy because I've been trying to organize my room so that I can start putting the craft sale together, because I got a lot of stuff to get rid of. I have tons of designer series paper, like seriously, a buck a sheet. I don't even care. Some of them might even be less. So be prepared to buy lots of designer series paper. And kits galore. Anyway, I did promise a card cafe. So these are the 6 cards that you will be choosing from. So I have 6 cards that features the So Sincere stamp set. So if you haven't gotten that yet, now's the time. But you'll also be able to use my stamp set and pick 3 of these designs. And it's only $15, but free if you actually shop. So once you shop, I just give that to you for free. So you get 2-hour time slots on the 29th and the 30th. The 29th is for my VIPs and customers, and the 30th is for the general public. So I'm hoping you can sign up for that. You know what? I'll post a link in the comments or up top, so that way you can register. Okay, so these are the 4 cards that I've created. And for ink, paper, and scissors today, I thought it would be fun to do a one sheet wonder. So this is the stamp set that I'm featuring this month and is going to be used at the end of the month for Card Cafe. And the coordinating paper is the Garden Walk 6x6. Now, part of the reason I picked this one is, one, if you look at it, it's a $1 million stamp set. I forget who designed this one, but the fonts are absolutely fantastic and the sentiments are great for all year round. So it's great to add and invest in one of these to put in your stash. The other thing is, I kind of feel like it's one of those sleeper stamp sets that people just don't realize is in the catalog. And then when you start playing with it, it's like, oh wow, why don't I have this one? This is the online exclusive paper that is also, that people kind of don't even notice. Like, it is absolutely gorgeous. So it has some, so, you know, we're playing with it. And we're also going to play with it more at the end of the month. So I'm looking forward to that. There is no stamp club this month, or card club, because I'm trying to prepare and launch for my craft fair, or craft sale, sorry, and for the Card Cafe. So just for this month. But next month, we're definitely going back to Card Club and getting that up and running again. So beautiful designer series paper, but so you get to play with it. I thought we would play with it a bit today, so you get a sneak peek and know. And then, so I just made 3-4 other cards that you can make with this as well. So, and we're going to turn it into a one sheet wonder. So these do come 6x6, like so. Just going to add a little more light there. That should brighten things up a bit. Excellent. Okay, so just gonna slide that under so I don't lose it and I know where to keep my paper. 6x6, and the fun thing with doing one sheet wonders is what we call them, is there's no scrap, at least on your designer series paper. So we're gonna cut this through together, and then I have all the pieces made, ready to go, and we're going to create 4 cards. Okay, and so 6x6. So I picked, in my samples, I used a different sheet, but we're gonna do the same thing using a different designer series paper. So from the pack, of course, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, so 6x6, you're just gonna grab your paper trimmer. You don't even need to swing on your arm here. And we're gonna start cutting. So the first cut we're going to make is a 3-inch, right down the middle. I always like doing these, right down the middle. And then we're gonna turn it, and we're gonna do another 3-inch. So now we have a 3-inch by 3-inch. So that can be used for one card. And then we're gonna take this other one, and then we're gonna cut it into 1-inch strips. So we got 1. Look at that beautiful pattern on the back side. Now, I wasn't really caring about which direction I needed to go, and that's only because this is a non-directional pattern, and I know that we're using the whole back side, the whole sheet, so of the designer series paper, so it doesn't matter which direction I go. However, when I made This one with my sampler, I noticed that the flowers were going in one direction. So you have to make sure you cut it properly if you actually have that one direction. Okay, so we've got that. So that makes a second card. And then we're gonna take our next piece again and we're gonna cut it in half again. So we're gonna get a second 3x3, but we're gonna take this and cut it into 2 triangles. I think that's right about there. Got to get that right in the cut line there. I think I'm good. And then that becomes our third card. So we've got 1, 2, 3 cards, and then we have our last one. And this one, we're going to be a little different and cut it at 1.5 inch squares. So 1.5. There we go. And then I'm going to stack them together and get my second cut. So then that way I have 4 squares. So now one sheet wonders are available everywhere. So you can find patterns all over the place. So this one here I found was inspired by, I wrote her name somewhere. Mary Nabe. Nabe, I think her last name is. So I'm using her pattern and to make my cards, but different designer series paper and stamps, etc., etc. So she gave, I really liked how she cut this one sheet wonder and wanted to share it with you here. Hello, Janice. Welcome, welcome. Okay, sorry, I had to take a sip of water. So now we can easily, with that one sheet of 6x6, make 4 cards. There you go. So we are going to use the flowery side. So let's get this party started. Okay, so we're going to start with, I'm probably going to do the more complicated, difficult ones first. Excuse me. So here's the one that I've picked here. Oh, I forgot to prep my card bases. Oops. Okay, so that's funny. So let me grab thick basic white here. Oh, that's funny. That's not normal. So usually it's the other way around. I forget a die cut piece, and this time I forgot my paper here. So, oh, okay. Well, it'll be a little tip for you then. I'll just raise this up a bit. So I've got my paper here. So I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna put it at 4 1/4 along the 8.5 inch side, and I'm actually gonna score first, because then when I turn it and I cut at 5.5, I've already got my sheet scored. So that makes life so much easier. Okay, so this is for the 2 cards. And here's the great thing is it's 2 cards. So, but don't worry. When I send it to you, I'll make sure that you actually have all your pieces, including your card base. That's too fun. Okay, so we're gonna fold that and we're just gonna press. I'll bring you down a bit again. That's probably a little better. And that is now our card base. So if you don't have this stamp set, you can just use whichever. These are from the dies. Which dies did I use? Yeah. So these dies came out at the beginning of the year, something fancy. And so this was the die that I actually used. I was going to double it and I thought, oh, that might be a little too big. So I got a little bit of a tip trick technique to share with you on that one so that we have that one there. Okay, so in the kit, you will get your squares and your other squares, which then go on here and go on there, and then our stamping piece. So let's stamp first, because we only really need one stamp. And the stamp that I used was "Your kindness is so appreciated." I wanted something long, so you could probably use this one or this one on this die, or if you have something similar, just make sure your sentiment is quite long. and can run and fit on the inside of there. Now we're only using one color as well. So we're using Poppy Parade today. And the reason why I just kept it to one color is if you're just starting out stamping, then you won't have a lot of supplies. So using a simple red would be good enough. Or in here you can see there's multiple colors that you will get and can actually choose from. So again, because I can't put my head over, I always stamp up and down to try and make sure I get it straight. Hey, pretty good. There we go. Then we're gonna pull out our chamois here and clean that up so I can put it back in the case and get that ready for the next one. And then that will dry and we'll put that on there. And then for now, it's just easy assemble. So we're gonna take our 4 squares that we have, and then we're just gonna put our paper, our designer series paper, right on top, like so. Now, did I put them in the right squares? Let's see. That one goes there. Do these two line up? No. No. I don't know. I always feel like it has to be the same, but maybe it doesn't. Is that weird of me? Okay. Looks a little different. Oh, it's like a puzzle trying to figure out where the match is. Okay, so these two go together. And then this one? No. Maybe this one. No. Or was it the other way? Oh, that one there and that one there. Perfect. Okay. Not like it matters because I just realized it's going to get covered anyway. But, you know, it's just my OCD kicking in. So we're just going to take our liquid glue, which I am now officially running out of. I just checked my stash and I literally have 1 bottle left. So guess what's going on my order? This one. Quite a few of them. I usually like to have about, you know, half a dozen on hand because I get phone calls saying, oh, I'm out of glue. Do you have any on hand? I'm like, yep, I cash and carry. Don't worry. And then I can replenish. Even my team, they're like, I'm out of glue and I forgot to put it on my order. So I'm always here for you. There we go. Just like that. So there's our 4 squares. And then here's your other squares. So these are just gonna get glued together so that they fit. I believe this is a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So then this would be 3 1/8. Because these are only, oh wait, no, 3 3/4 maybe. Here, let me just measure that for you. So this is 3 3/4, yeah. Because these guys we cut at 1 1/2. So these are just gonna go here. Now you can just glue these down, or if you have dimensionals, you can pop them up. I just chose to glue them down because it's just, you know, I felt it was enough layers and I can just double up the other 2 layers. Why not? Or we could do reverse. Maybe we'll do reverse. Maybe we'll put dimensionals on these ones then. So I'll put a couple on each one. And then, oops, that's the paper, not the dimensional. Haha. Maybe a 3rd. I should have put that in a triangle pattern. Oh well. So then we'll pop these up. Just eyeball. Stick 1 there. And then 2 more. Like so. So this designer series paper is not in any of the catalogs. It's an online exclusive. So if you go to my website, nemibatstone.stampinup.net, and then in the menu bar, click online exclusive, you will see a bunch of product that is only available through online, meaning you can still order it through me or when you place your order. It's just that, or order it right off the website. It's just that if you actually have a physical hard copy catalog, all the items that are listed in there are not in the catalog. And the other thing about online exclusives is they are while supplies last. So if it is something you do want, then just be careful, because if you wait too long, it could be gone. There you go. So just like that, we are done. Now, these are obviously both the same size because I didn't want to use the bigger one. I was worried that I would get too big around. So all you have to do is cut this one in half. So you could use your scissors, because you know, ink, paper, scissors, that's what we're here for. And just go to the half point. And then we're just going to add this to the back. So we're just gonna put some liquid glue here. And then just give it a little bit of 1/8 of an inch outline, just like you did with the squares. Oops. This is why I like liquid glue. So I'm just gonna pick it up, make sure I got that 1/8, make sure I'm lined up, and then just do my other side. So I'll do this side. I'm a righty, so I gotta flip it. And then again, another 1/8, and then line that up. Oh, so this is why I like using liquid glue, because then I have time to adjust. There we go. Perfect. And then this can then sit right on top. Now it looks like I got a little bit of glue there, so we'll clean that off. Now you can also pop dot that with dimensionals, but I think I'm gonna put it flat because I don't like to have it too thick, because if I mail it, it might not make it through the slot. So we'll just put some glue on the corners, like so, because our middle is open, right? And I'm just gonna stick that there. So unfortunately, I used a die for this one. So if you were to repeat this, you could just do rectangles or ovals. If you have an oval punch, that would be great too. And that would work. I don't know why those aren't moving. And that would work fantastic. Okay, so now I have a 2.5 inch piece of another designer series paper. So there's that beautiful wild wheat. That is a hit and miss for many people. But you know what? It's a really nice pattern once you actually get used to it. So this just goes like so. Now I made it a little bit bigger because it's a 6 inch and this is a 5.5 inch card. So when you get it, oh, I got a big glob there. When you get it, if you place an order this week and you get this kit, you just have to trim off the excess. So nothing big there. Oh, that blob is stuck to my hand. Hang on. I'm gonna have glue all over my fingers. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. Okay, make sure that that's straight. Excellent. Then flip over. I don't see my baby wipes. Hello, Lena. Lena, how's it going? How's everything in beautiful BC? Do you have lots of snow? I heard it snowed there this weekend. Is that true? Do you actually have snow? I think I might got something under there. Okay, and then that just goes there. Thanks for joining. And then I'm just gonna add some dots. So you can use these with any 6x6. Now, if you have a 12x12 sheet of designer series paper, you can just cut it down to 6x6s and do the same. And you'll actually get 4 out of one sheet. So 4 times 4, 16. You'll actually get 16 cards out of one sheet of designer series paper. Now, how do you like that? Right? That's like mega. Gone next day. Of course it would be. Only in Winterpeg does it stay. Okay, there you go. Now, for you avid stampers, obviously you can emboss, you can change the pattern. Add some ribbon and bling and you're good to go. But for us beginners who don't have a lot, this is as good as it gets for now. Okay, so that's card number 1. Card number 2 is this one here. So again, it just uses some of my favorite punches. So we're using just our standard 2-inch punch, but then underneath I'm using this decorative circle punch, which is in our annual catalog as well. So that's really nice to have handy. You know, I'm a sucker for punches, so I like them because, especially when I'm prepping classes or kits for you, it makes it so much easier to work with, and I can just get my kids to do it. Whereas using the die cut machine is, oh, I'm a little off. Using the die cut machine is a little harder, so, you know, Benjamin always has to help me. I whisper because he might hear me complaining about him again. And so it takes a little bit more work. Now, for you avid stampers, I'm just using a plain sheet. You, obviously, will want to emboss this because that's just your nature, right? And so, looking at this beautiful pattern, which embossing folder do you think would go really well with this card? Because I was struggling trying to figure out which one would go well. So, put it in the comments. Raining? What? Raining in BC? Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have a little bit of prep to do, and that is to cut this in half. So you've got a 3 1/4 inch square in your kit here, and all you're going to do is, again, put that in your paper trimmer. If you do not have a fancy dancy paper trimmer, these are really not that fancy. These are very reasonably priced. You can just use an X-Acto knife and a ruler, obviously, to get that in there. Leaves and sprigs. Leaves and sprigs, leaves and sprigs. That one is in the annual, right? And, or, oh no, I'm thinking falling leaves is the other one I was thinking of. Was the other one. But leaves and sprigs embossing folder, that one would be a good one too. Especially because these are flowers, right? And I debated on using this one, considering the fact it's still winter, but flowers make those sunny days, wintry, cold days nice. So, and the other great thing I like about this is it's still a little masculine. So you can give these out to the males in your life. You got your first SU. Are you serious? After all these years, Melissa, you've never had a Stampin' Up paper trimmer? For reals? You gotta be kidding me. Come on, don't tease me like that. Wowzers. And you know what? I'm actually thinking of getting a new one because I've had mine since day one. And I'm all like, I think I need to get a refresh. And here you are, just getting your first one. Oh, that amazes me. Yes, there is poinsettia paper in this set. So absolutely, you can definitely do the exact same thing with the poinsettia paper. I'd probably change the balmy blue I'm using here, but the paper, there is a poinsettia sheet and it's really, really cute. And it's so simple and flattering. There it is, right there. And then the B side of it, and the white just pops. So put that on white and it's amazing. And then you got the pretty peacock on the back. So it is, you totally can. So when I actually got the paper, I was like, oh my goodness, this is perfect because you can use it for so many things. So it is a good one to have. It's so handy. And again, it's one of those, I don't think anybody realizes it's there, how pretty this paper is. So I'm just using my T-ruler to make sure I'm straight and just leaving a small gap because that's just how I am. Gotta be a little anal that way. And then all we have now is our circle. So on this one, I chose, hope you're feeling better soon. is one that you could pick. And then I chose for this one, the birthday one, hope your day is a happy one. But it could be for anything. And literally anyone. Could be birthday, could be, you know, like, I find that the So Sincere stamp set is such a good one too right now. Just because so many people, not everybody enjoys Christmas. I have friends who don't really like Christmas. You know, for them it's tragic or lonely. So I find that the So Sincere stamp set goes really, really well. And you still, like Melissa said, you have that one Christmas sheet if you wanted to give it as a Christmas, but not like that subtle hint of Christmas, but not. And then if you don't, then you've got all the different shades of, you know, from light and happy to a little more sad and pick me up kind of thing. So there we go. So I'm just going to add dimensionals to the back of that. I also noticed that my ink is pooling, that my ink pad has dark patches and light patches on it, which means it needs a little bit of a scrape to clean it up. There you go. Now we can add dimensionals to it. Oh, why not? Let's add a little more poof poof to it and put some Pop-Tarts in behind there. Poppity pop pop pop. There you go. And again, I would add some linen thread or something and some dimensionals, and obviously emboss that balmy blue if you're more of an avid stamper and would like something a little more oomph to it. So it's simple but yet beautiful, and you can see the two different shades. It still works wonderfully together. I don't know where that came from, but it just came out like that. Okay, 2 cards down, 2 more to go. See? It doesn't take very long now that you have all the designs and all the pieces. So again, here's another one. So this one comes from our classic scalloped contour die set. And again, I couldn't resist using a die because I wanted something rectangular, but I didn't want a stitch die, and I didn't want something plain. And I was like, okay, I'll just do it. So I got that. So this card we'll use these 3 strips that we cut out, 1, 2, 3. So in the kit, you'll get the 1, 2, 3s along with it, and your papers for the outside, and your strip of paper for the outside as well. So one of these is smaller, which is this one. And, yep, okay, there you go. So the small one has to go onto the balmy blue. So don't mix that up. So you'll see this one's small, and it gives you a 1/8 trim all around. Whereas this one is the exact same size. And the reason it's the exact same size, because it's the one that goes inside the card. Okay, so that goes inside, because we have a red card base. Now, again, I wasn't ready. So let me grab a Poppy Parade. So we got my Poppy Parade here. And Poppy Parade is what we're using for the last 2 cards anyway. So again, put that into our paper trimmer at 4 1/4, like so. Trim straight, score it first, and then turn, and go to 5 1/2. There you go. Oh, fresh blade. When you have a fresh blade in your paper trimmer, it just feels like heaven. Oh, so you just get so happy. Okay, so we'll fold this over. Now, if you want to as well, you could obviously stamp the inside. I don't stamp right away because I don't know what I'm going to use this card for. So this just goes on the inside, and I just leave that there. Now, because I don't know what I'm going to put on it. And then if I screw up, at least I can take it and flip it over and restamp. So that's my thing that I do there. So we'll put that to the side, and then we can start building our pieces. But before we do that, since the ink is open and I'm scared I'm going to put my finger in it, we're going to get the one that says, "So thankful for you." And I am so very grateful that I'm able to stamp with all of you and actually just continue to be a demonstrator. Last year was my 5th year because we were out on stage, so I think this is it's been 6 years now. Wow, does time fly. Okay, wish me luck on trying to get this straight. Okay, I think that looks good. Nope, really bad. Okay, that's the bonus, is you can just flip it over, or do I have another one? Let me check. Nope, no other one. So, let's try that again. Oh, so much better. Yee. Okay, it happens. Now, that's why you always never glue down first. But you can also, it's kind of hard to stamp when you have dimensionals on there. So, put that back. Da-da-da. And now, some assembly required. So now we're going to take our 3 pieces of red, or sorry, Poppy Parade, red of whatever you have. And then here's my OCD kicking in again. Which side goes with which? I wasn't very smart. Okay, so there's my 2. And then my 3rd one. Oh yeah, so simple. There we go, like so. One sheet wonders. They make you wonder why we don't do it often. Oh, that was cheese. So my kids don't have school tomorrow, so another long weekend. But they played 4 hours of soccer today. It was great because I watched one game, and then Bishop, my youngest, he didn't have a keeper, so my son had to play goalie. And then after that, my youngest, Bishop, wanted to play keeper, so he played keeper for a 2nd game. And I was like, screw that. I'm hungry. I'm going home. So I came home, started cleaning up and pricing more stuff for my craft sale, and then misplaced my December daily. And I'm like, where is it? I took a picture of the kids in soccer today to put down the fact that they played 4 hours in a row. Well, 3, because then Benjamin had practice from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. And I was like, oh, that's insane. I don't know. Now he's complaining his ankles hurt, but, you know, 4 hours of soccer? Come on, you're 13. Can't be that bad. Who am I kidding? And then he's annoyed because he has to go to soccer practice again tomorrow night. Oh, the rough life of a child, right? Anyway, there we go. Excuse me. I need some more water there. Cling! Because that's Ashley's beautiful gift there. So we're just going to add that to the bottom. I'm going to put that up a little higher because we want our sentiment to be like, we're kind of using this strip of designer series paper as a belly band. So, you know, in substitute of ribbon, because, you know, ink, paper, scissors, no ribbon. So for avid stampers, you know, what suggestion ribbon would you use with these colors? So I want that to go right about there. So then that way, at least I can make that look like it's my ribbon. I gotta close this because it's scaring me, even though it's high up. But please do share what you would suggest would be great to use instead of paper for ribbon as an avid, stamper. Oh, that definitely will get me glue, make me really sticky now. Okay, so I'm gonna go right to the end with this one onto that blue. I think on the first one I went right to just the white. So it'll look just slightly different. And then I'm gonna make sure that I'm somewhat straight. Yeah, that looks pretty straight. Okay, so we will glue these down. Did I just put them all in the wrong order again? Yep. So this one goes here, this one goes there. Okay, So we can, again, add dimensionals to that, but I'm not going to. We're just gonna center it. I'm gonna do the center one first. So then I know where to put the other two. So I'm just gonna use my paper here, grid paper, as a guide and kind of figure out 1, 2 3/4. Roughly there. So I'm at about there. I was just using this paper, my grid paper, as a guide. There we go. And then here. Now where's my T-ruler? This is my OCD coming in. I always like to make sure I'm straight. Hey, pretty good, pretty good. Look at that. Eyeballed it perfectly. Add some more glue to the back there. And then my third one. And not bad. Okay, flip-a-rooey and trim that piece off. There we go. Hallelujah. Then we're just gonna take this and our dimensionals and put a couple on there. Oh, maybe 3. Why not? And pull that up just in case it goes in the mail and gets a little squished. And then line that up with our designer series paper strip. And then all we need is our card front, our card base, and away we go. Just like that. So again, you can definitely add some more to this. Add some embossing along with some bling and change out the designer series paper with some ribbon along the bottom. And there you go. There's my 2 designs. So one has the blue and then this one has the white with the other flowers in it. Perfect. Okay, and then I just realized this guy's upside down. Kinda, sorta. Yeah, he's upside down. Can you see it? It's an oops. Do you see it? Do you think anyone else will notice? Because I didn't notice until now. Wow. Okay. Save the best for last. So here's our last design. Super simple. So this one uses our modern oval, which is new as well, just came out. And I figured it'd be fun to use that punch. So inside here, nope, you don't think no one will notice? I don't know. Yeah, that's true. It is kind of busy, so no one may not notice. So that could be a good bonus. Thank you. We're just gonna add that, fold that over, and there you go. Just gonna use my bone folder because I like it to stay flat as much as possible. Okay, so again, there are 2 sizes, and obviously the smaller one gets glued to the inside of your card here. So I purposely made it slightly smaller so that the red can stand out a bit more. So it is a 1/2 inch smaller than your standard. So, you know, it's 3 3/4 by 5, or 5 this way, 3 3/4 up and down. So that way you just get a bit more, a different look per se. So again, I just keep that on the inside. So when I'm ready to stamp it, I can. And this one obviously is quite simple. So same thing as we did with the first card. We're just taking the back side of the same paper that we're using and putting that there. And we're just gonna add our glue again. So you'll have that little bit left, which you really can't do much with. I was just like, what can I do with that 1/2 inch? Not really much. I was like, oh, can I stick it on the envelope? What can I do with a whole 3/4 of an inch by 2.5 inch strip? Not very much. Okay, recycle it. Cut off the edge there. Voila. just like that. Now this one I put, hope you're feeling better soon. And the reason I picked that one was there's a lot of people getting the flu or sick or COVID again. Yep, I said the C word. And to be honest, like one of our buildings, literally like, I think it's like almost the whole building is sick. And so there's not much work getting done in that one. And of course, everybody's been told not to go to that building unless required because they've had to sanitize it. They had to, you know, it's down to like 2 people running one whole building. There's only like 6 or 7 people really in there. So not very many. Okay. So again, avid stampers, you can 2nd generation stamp that oval. And here's the funny thing. Does it not look like a pill? Like, tell me. When I first saw that, I was like, oh, that punch kind of reminds me of medicine. So I thought, hope you're feeling better soon. Kind of went with it. Let me know if I'm cray-cray. Okay, so we got that. Now I'm just pulling out our classic Banners Pick-a-Punch. And there's a little strip that's about 3/4 of an inch in your pack. And we're just gonna slide that in so that we can, and I'm just gonna make sure I am all the way. I always like to punch with my punches upside down. And punch. And then we're just gonna flip it. Now, keep in mind, this piece is much longer, as you can see, than we actually need. But we're also only flagging the ends. So we can just cut off the excess. See, way too long. And I'll show you, way too long. So we're just gonna cut off the excess so that we can easily do that. Now, if you obviously don't have that punch, you can just, you know, trim it down yourself with a pair of scissors. Okay, so I'm gonna cut there and about there. This is garbage. And then all we have to do now is put this on either side if we want, or use our paper. So I'm gonna use my paper as a guide. So take our little square. So again, this is 3 by 3. So our mat underneath here is 3 1/8 square, obviously. Definitely not a circle. So just add that in there and get that like so. Okay, and then we'll just take these. I'm just going to grab my Stampin' Seal Plus just because I know it's easier for me, and just put a line right across the middle and take our 2 pieces and just stick it on. It's like an instant sticker. Right about there. So we're just leaving a little bit of a gap on the ends, and then that goes in the middle. So we're going to grab our Pop-Tarts, put those in there. Don't need to go crazy on them because guess what? They work just fine and real well with just a few. There we go. And then we can even add more dimensionals to this. So yeah, why not? Let's do it. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Okay. I like to always make sure there's one in the middle, at least, depending on the size of paper. And then put that there. And slide that right in. There we go. Kind of looks like a belt buckle. Okay, oh, why did I do that? I just put my glue away. Okay, so we're just gonna take this and add glue to the corners. You don't need a lot of multi-purpose liquid glue. You do not need to go crazy applying it to the whole back surface. This glue is quality glue that just sticks perfectly, and you have a little bit of wiggle room, but not too much, at least a few seconds. and afterwards dries really nice. There you go. So that's 4 cards. 4 cards, peeps. Look at that. So we've got the 2 different patterns of paper using all 4, using one sheet of 6x6 to create the cards. Where did I put my other card? I lost the sample. Oh, there it is. There's the sample one. There you go. Just like that. So, what do you think? Give me a heart, a like, whichever. Don't matter. A funny laugh, whichever, as long as it's an emoji. And let me know what you think. But one 6x6 sheet, and you get 4 cards. Use a 12x12, and you'll get 16 cards. So, how sweet is that? So that is inks, paper, and scissors, a quick and simple class that you can create yourselves and do on your own. If you would like the kit, you just have to place an order with me. If you'd like to purchase it, just say I'm in, and I will send you an invoice. Honestly, it's more the shipping, so you know, gotta love Canada, 20 bucks. There's my host code, so spend and you shall receive. Okay, so thanks for joining me today. I think I did that in an hour, right? Did I? I don't know. You didn't get the DSP. You have to get this DSP. It's absolutely beautiful. And it's Garden Walk. It's called Garden Walk, 162227. And it's an online exclusive. So I'll be grabbing a few packs so that they're ready for Card Cafe at the end of the month. So I hope you have your Christmas trees up. Your shopping lists are shrinking. Your baking has started. And what else is there? What else is there important about Christmas? So, and your cards. Oh, your cards ready to go. So I'll be signing lots of cards tonight so that I can get them in the mail tomorrow. So thanks for joining me tonight. Have a great week, and I will see you again, hopefully sometime this week, probably in an impromptu on Wednesday, if not for sure next Sunday. And we'll do some fun folds. See you then. Bye. Till then, happy stuff.